Hypixel is famously known as the largest Minecraft Java server to ever exist, but few people know about its brief time on Minecraft Pocket Edition. Hypixel's past on Pocket Edition was short-lived, as it only made it up to the alpha stage of testing before mysteriously being discontinued. Since then, Hypixel has not made any public attempt to create a Minecraft Bedrock Edition server and has made it clear that it's unlikely that Hypixel will ever return to the platform. Welcome to Episode 1 of Inside Hypixel, a series that takes a deep look into the truth about Hypixel and its complicated relationship with Minecraft. Hypixel started their work on a Minecraft Pocket Edition server secretly, and used the codename Bladestorm to cover up the server's real origins. Bladestorm was released in 2015 and featured game modes such as survival games, Skywars, and build battles. Funnily enough, the server even released a minigame called Simon Says, which is a reference to Simon, the owner of Hypixel, before it was revealed that Bladestorm was made by Hypixel themselves. There were also hints of Bladestorm being a secret project due to their logo being a skunk, which according to Wikipedia is a symbol that typically refers to technology projects developed in semi-secrecy. Despite some of these clues, no one really speculated that Hypixel was behind this mysterious new server, and as such, an announcement was made about the official alpha of Hypixel Pocket Edition. On October 25th, 2015, Hypixel revealed the secret behind the Bladestorm server and stated that they were officially launching the server for testing. Keep in mind that this was far from an official launch, as they were still in the alpha stages of development, but Hypixel announcing their work on a Minecraft Pocket Edition server was a huge deal. On Java, Hypixel is known for extremely high-quality content, so the community was excited that such an established brand was making its way to Pocket Edition. Throughout the thread, it is made very clear that the server was still in the early stages of development, and that they were not yet going to add in-game purchases. But they did plan on hiring administrators specifically for Pocket Edition, and they even had a mobile Hypixel app in development to complement the server. In general, this thread seemed very optimistic about the future of Hypixel Pocket Edition, and it didn't appear to be a project that Hypixel committed to overnight. Obviously, a lot of thought and effort was put into the launch of the official alpha. A few months later, Hypixel came out with a follow-up post which announced the end of the alpha testing for Hypixel Pocket Edition. Again, this thread seemed very optimistic, with Hypixel quoting, "The servers will return in 2017 when we resume the Hypixel Pocket Edition. And we will be back. It's very important to remember that we do intend to come back to Pocket Edition sometime in the future." The thread also describes some of the challenges that the Pocket Edition server faced during development and alpha testing. One of the major issues of creating a server on Pocket Edition was that the server software and applications were still in heavy development. This means that Hypixel had to create their own Minecraft server implementation before even starting to work on the server. These projects can be seen as Pocket Edition's equivalent to Spigot, which is an implementation of the Minecraft server, exposing tools that allow developers to create their own plugins to modify the game. Therefore, Java minigames are just plugins for Spigot, so the server doesn't need to worry about creating an entire server software to support their minigames. What Hypixel is saying in this thread is that they needed to create that entire server software themselves, as there wasn't a quality open source project they could use on the Pocket Edition. Although there were some open source Spigot alternatives on Pocket Edition, they were not up to standard and generally were not that good. Other than development, Hypixel also detailed how certain limitations created challenges for moderation and account authenticity. At the time, it was very common for players to pirate the Pocket Edition of Minecraft, and there were very few tools for account security. Hypixel had to set up their own way of identifying accounts by having users log into the server with a username and password. Although this did provide authentication for Hypixel players, they had to set up this entire system themselves, and it would have been easier for Hypixel if Pocket Edition had native account support. The server also became quite costly for them to run, as they were not collecting payments from the Pocket Edition network. Even with all of these issues, it seemed like Hypixel was still planning to continue work on their Pocket Edition server. But through most of 2017, there were no announcements about the official beta. This was until Hypixel came out with a thread titled, "An Update on Hypixel Pocket Edition Server." The update on that is that we currently have no plans to, or any time frame to resume any work on a Pocket/Bedrock Edition version of Hypixel, nor has any work since the closing of the alpha taken place. Despite all of the optimism and promise from the last two posts, Hypixel announced that they were not moving forward with Hypixel Pocket Edition. This came as somewhat of a shock for older players, as Hypixel had lots of success on their Pocket Edition server. The official statement from Hypixel in this thread is as follows. It was a really tough decision for us at the time, especially since we had spent several hundreds of thousands of dollars on development and hosting. We even had a mobile app ready to go that worked specifically with the Pocket Edition server and included features like a store and VIP. As a platform for many reasons at that time, it just wasn't ready for us to commit to. No transfer packet, codebase changing a lot, no open source communities, etc. List goes on. So rather than accepting money from users for something we didn't feel was high enough quality, we canceled the alpha. We think that was the right call in hindsight, even if it hurt cost-wise. This statement references a lot of the issues that were brought up in the previous thread, such as development challenges and platform limitations. Along with this, Hypixel seemed determined to completely focus on their Java network, which at the time was pulling a very sizable amount of players. Although all of these reasons to cancel the alpha make sense, in their previous post, they seem pretty determined to continue on the project despite knowing about these exact same issues. So, Hypixel either lied to themselves or their player base about what was possible despite these issues, or more problems arose from the time of Hypixel closing the alpha to this final statement about the Pocket Edition server. It's quite possible that Hypixel did plan to continue the Pocket Edition server despite these issues, and then months later realized that the project just wouldn't be worth it. But there are also possibilities that Hypixel was fully planning to return to Pocket Edition, but then ran into some other issues. One interesting situation that is referenced in the thread is, it's very clear to us that Microsoft/Mojang is acting in a big way to positively engage, support, and enable their selected server partners on the new platform. We think their intentions are generally pretty good, despite some recent controversy. So please, don't view this as anything against them. Could this controversy play a bigger role in Hypixel's decision than they are letting on? Again, Hypixel recognized their main limitations on Pocket Edition months prior to this decision, but at the time still felt like it was a promising opportunity for them to pursue. For them to come back months later and quote these same issues that they thought they could work through as the reason for Pocket Edition shutting down just doesn't seem completely right. So, what are the issues that Hypixel had with Minecraft and Microsoft? Did this drama influence Hypixel's decision to stay exclusively on the Java edition of Minecraft? These topics will be investigated in episode 2 of Inside Hypixel, and it will explore the controversy between Hypixel and Minecraft. Thank you for watching the first episode of Inside Hypixel. Stay tuned for future episodes in the series, which will continue exploring the complicated relationship between Hypixel and Minecraft. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications for the channel so that you do not miss any uploads.